Welcome back. Today's quick tip is about contact cleaning. Now this is when you have an electronic device like, a remote control or a phone, cordless phone. In this case, it's my answering machine. And after a while you'll find that one button that you always have to use, one day you'll press on it, nothing will happen. Press a little harder and then it works. Well, pretty soon, a couple weeks after that, you're finding you're having to mash the button in there to get it to work. All it is a dirty contact. So what I'm going to show you is how I clean contacts on devices like this. And then after I give the quick demonstration, I'll talk a little bit more. So basically what you're going to need is whatever screwdriver tool you're going to have to get in. Usually it's a little smaller than a number 2 screwdriver, I got a little flip-floppy guy here. And then for the actual cleaning process is rubbing alcohol and Q-tip. That's all you need. The design on these, on just about everything nowadays, is there'll be a plastic chassis with a plastic button, and then underneath that, there's the chassis screws that hold the back on. Then there'll be another set of screws that hold the circuit board on. So it's a good thing to get a coffee cup. Put the first set of screws in one coffee cup and then the second set in another. Keep going if you need more, but probably only need 2 at the most, 3. Once you get that circuit board to pull away, what you'll find is in the area with the buttons, there's going to be a little rubber mat, and that has little bubbles where each button is, and there's a conductive little surface on the inside of that. So when you press, that rubber comes down and it touches the circuit board, which usually you'll have intertwining little copper guys that don't touch, almost like the positive and the negative, if you will. Actually, it's probably just the positive going through. And when you press down, it makes contact so the electrons can flow through. And what happens is, especially if you're like me and you're kind of a slob, keep your electronics in a dusty area, it just simply builds up some contamination in there, which makes it not function. So you open it up, and that's the challenge. That's the hard part, folks, is actually just getting at it, because once you get at it, all you have to do to repair this is clean it with a little rubbing alcohol, and 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, it'll work. It'll work like brand new. Now, in certain cases of really bad designs, we had a cordless phone that I really liked. We had that phone for, I want to say about 5 years plus. And I distinctly remember opening that sucker up. I probably cleaned that phone 3, maybe even 4 times. And I'm sure my wife may have done it once for me. Okay, so now we've got it open. You want to kind of be careful so you don't lose the switching stuff is all, it might fall if I turn it upside down. Here's our circuit board. Here's the board, and then here's this little rubber mat. That's what we're going to be cleaning. So this one has little pins to hold it in place. And I'm going to go ahead and show you this, although I bet it's going to be difficult to observe on the camera. But you can see there, it's munged up. You see those little black circles, and some of them have a lot of residue on it, and that is not good. That's what's making it. This is my play button here. You can see which buttons would work and which buttons would not. Like this one would probably work, that one would probably work. This one, that one, no. It's just filthy. There's all kinds of mung in there. So what you can do is, here's my rubbing alcohol. You could scientifically apply a little bit and go in there and hit each one. Or You could even take this in the restroom and soap it. Just get a scrub brush and scrub the whole thing. That's actually not too bad of an idea if you really want to get it clean. In this particular instance, I've got the camera rolling and I'm just going to do a quick cleanup. So I am not gonna, and where are my paper towels? Oh, so embarrassing. Here they are. Sorry about that, folks. So I'm just kind of very roughly cleaning this up. I don't want the video to be real long. And then I'm going to go back over each one of those switches. It's just important that you don't want to have any moisture when you put this back on. That will be one of the things you would want to just kind of dry it off a little bit. Look at it, make sure that it's not real wet when you're putting it on there. Now another good idea at this point would be to not only clean this rubber surface, but I'm going to clean the circuit board too. And one side of this Q-tip is still relatively clean, so I'm just going to give her a little bath. Oh, my wife is going to be so happy. Maybe I will take a bath too. Speaking of making my wife happy. Okay, so that's about it. It's I'll blow the dust out of the chassis, but just as a reference, I can show you this here. You can see they're nice and clean, and the circuit board is also nice and clean as well. So I'm going to pop this back on here, put all the screws back in it, and hopefully everything should work. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really appreciate if you could subscribe and like this video for more to keep me going here. And now I just want to rant a little bit. If you have broken stuff at home, and I would really encourage you to open the stuff up, get a screwdriver, you unplug it, maybe let it sit overnight just to make sure all electricity drains out. Some stuff has big capacitors in it, but not nothing like a TV, anything that has the high voltage like def sticker. I'm not talking about that, but the 9 volt stuff, the stuff that runs on the little adapters, check it out, see what the voltage rating is on it. You got to be careful when you open stuff, but there's a good chance that you could just clean this stuff up. You could find that there's a broken wire, get a soldering iron. Don't throw your electronics away. And if you're gonna, if you do have broken electronics and you don't want to throw them away, you like to recycle them, you like to bring them to Goodwill or Salvation or resale. Maybe you have a garage sale once a year. A good idea is to just utilize the honesty policy and get a piece of masking tape. Whatever's wrong with it, if the button, number 3 button doesn't work on the phone, write that on the back. That way, if it's a single mom, she's working 2 jobs, she needs a new phone, she pays $12 for this cordless phone, and then finds out it doesn't work. But a guy like me sees that and says, hey, you know what? I can fix that. So you save me time, because I'll automatically I know what's wrong with it, and then you save the heartbreak of somebody trying to save a buck and then coming home and seeing they got burned, So that's really nice. I know I see some people that cut the cable off something, but don't cut the cable off of it. Come on, man. So yeah, that's my little lecture about recycling electronics. I encourage people to, try to fix stuff and get involved. If you already know about fixing stuff, I'm sure you know about cleaning contacts, so thanks for tuning in on this. Sorry it wasn't any more wacky or crazy, but I'll try, I promise. Maybe the next one I'll light myself on fire or something for you. So, thank you very much, and keep on hacking.